Hi, Shelley. Welcome to the Borrowed Book. Tell us a little about yourself. Did you see yourself becoming a writer as a child? And if not, what did you dream of being?
No, actually, I never dreamt of being a writer. Not as a child or an adult. I dreamt more of being an actress or a singer, dancer, something like that. I liked being the center of attention, but usually it was because I was telling a story, not because I was writing one. Grammar was way too hard for me.
A lot of writers struggle with grammar. How long did you write before you sold your first book?
Well, I wrote a couple nonfiction articles and contributed towards a nonfiction book on taxes, but this is actually my first fictional piece. I wrote Driven in about 3 weeks and took about 3 months worth of revising and rewriting and editing it, but it was picked up shortly after that, and within a year's time it went from being written to being a book in hand.
Now tell us a little about your latest release.
Driven is a story about a 17-year-old girl named Robin Stanley. She's a great group of friends and a youth group she enjoys, and this new guy hits town. His name is Caleb Montague. And it's not until a caustic reporter catches her and challenges their right to pray on campus that she's thrust into a leadership role that she's not so sure she's ready to take on. But she's got to figure out what God wants her to do, and fast, because there's a demon in town. And his sole responsibility is to stop her, no matter what the cost.
Writers often put things in their books that are very personal. Is there something in Driven that only people close to you know?
This is probably the hardest question that you've asked so far. On the surface, I'd say that I actually attended and graduated from Brookfield Central, the school in the book. There's also a Pike Lake where I've seen people sailboard, but I've never actually done it myself. I'd like to, but I don't think my family would let me do that. I'm a little bit accident prone. Now, on a deeper level, Robin and I do share a character trait. No matter what we seem to do or feel like God wants us to do, we doubt it anyway. We doubt how much our value is to the people around us.
Readers often talk about the hero or heroine of a story, but today I'd like to know something about your villain. Does he or she have a redeeming quality?
Well, the villain in Driven is a demon, so redemptive qualities, not so much. But the person he possesses, that might be a different story. Unfortunately, I can't tell you too much because that's part of the mystery of the suspense, so you'll have to read it to find out.
Okay, last question. Any parting words?
Yes, I think there's good in all of us, and that good inside was put there by God. And it's about time we start sharing that good. Don't you think?